welcome to this month's edition of Shark Bite. Well, with the Currie Cup in full swing and ABSA being the title sponsor, they are celebrating 25 years of sponsorship, and in that time the Sharks have brought home the trophy 5 times. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and look back at 25 years.
Over the past 25 years, the Sharks have been a dominant force in ABSA Currie Cup rugby. With 5 wins under their belts, and they've created many great moments for the history books. Is the domestic tournament still as relevant 25 years on? Former Natal ABSA Currie Cup winning captain Craig Jamieson certainly thinks so.
I think you've got to look at it in 2 aspects. One is when we were playing, and then Currie Cup was the be-all and end-all, because that's the only tournament that there was around. There was no Super 10, Super 12, Super 14. Internationals weren't played in those days, so Currie Cup was rugby in this country, and it was a fantastic tournament, very hard, very competitive, and very good rugby played, because people treated that as test matches. We played a different style of rugby. We were always known for running the ball as opposed to having the big tough forwards and grinding. We played enjoyable rugby, I believe. We didn't always win, but we were allowed to express ourselves, which was different. We realized, I think, in that era that if you're going to get to the top, you're going to have to bulk up a bit, and you're going to have some beefy, strong forwards, and you're going to have to keep possession, and you're going to have to contest at first phase, because that's where it all starts. And I think once we did that, and we had that flair and that change and that thinking and the ability to play as you wanted to on the field, it turned Natal around from that Cinderella province, and suddenly we had respect in the rugby world. In our era, most of the players sort of got into the Currie Cup teams when they were 24, 25 upwards, whereas nowadays kids of 18, 19 are coming to the fore and playing and committing themselves and performing superbly. So there's a change in terms of that.
Craig believes it's important to give youngsters opportunities too.
A true rugby spectator will enjoy the Currie Cup now because it's an opportunity to look at young talent and see them perform. So it's a case of forget the rah-rah and the highlights. Look at rugby in its true form and look at club rugby, because that's the breeding ground. So look at rugby as a true supporter. If you're a true supporter, you can watch any game of rugby wherever you are in the world and enjoy it. And I think that the Currie Cup is still that. It's an enjoyable thing to watch because of the talent there, and look at that. The most important people out there are the people that come and watch, and I think you've got to instill that into the game, because otherwise, what is it? What is the base of the game? So that, I think, has been well done to date, and I think it's something that's got to be focused on, and that the youngsters coming through must understand it, that they're part of a proud history, a proud tradition, and they've got a duty to perform effectively, and they've got to be responsible for it. Its nature has changed, but I still think it's a fantastic tournament, and we must do whatever we can to keep it alive and keep it prestigious. It's been there and well supported, and ABSA have been around as a supporter of rugby for as long as I know, even in my day and before my day, and it's good to see them now at 25 years and still there and still behind it, because it's an important part of rugby in the world, let alone in South Africa.